So now we've got the object horizontal again, so we can start our treatment. We've been thinking about all the different issues that we need to address and how we might do that. One of the main issues is this stretcher that it's currently on is quite problematic because there are spaces where you get this kind of trampoline effect in between the wooden battens. So you can see when I press down on this area, there's nothing supporting that behind it. So we'd like to address that.
I think we also can see that it's quite soiled as well, isn't it? I think that, you know, over the 100 years it's been in the museum, dirt and dust has settled on the surface, giving it a bit of a grey sheen. I think it would definitely benefit for some cleaning as well.
Yeah, and that's partly due to the stretcher again, because when it's on display, particles of dirt just get sucked through the fabric because there's nothing behind to stop that action.
I think we can address the issue of the stretcher mounting easily enough by replacing the wooden stretcher with a solid support board. We need to make sure that the board doesn't become too heavy, because we still need to think about being able to move the object safely.
Another big issue of the previous repair, although it's doing a good job holding the original object on at the moment, the stitches of the previous repair are failing. So the thread is very damaged, it's very brittle, and it's just at risk of coming undone and letting the object eventually fall off. So we really need to do something about that.
With the restoration materials beginning to fail, we need to have a look how easily we could replace these degrading restoration materials with something new.
We need to make sure that whatever we replace the restoration with is sympathetic to the object, allows it to be displayed safely, and is hopefully more protected as well, because there are some areas where the embroidery has become abraded on the surface, and that is something we'd like to stop from happening in the future.
Well, the embroidery threads themselves are very degraded, aren't they? They're powdery and very soft and quite easily broken. So it would be nice to be able to think about some way of providing some additional protection to the embroidery, but at the same time without obscuring it, I think.
Another factor is that we've noticed in some areas there is in fact glue, so we really need to investigate how easy is that to remove and how safe is it to remove.
And I think there's also, perhaps to a slightly lesser degree, but an ethical issue about does the restoration materials form part of the history of the object? Should we treat it as now part of the object itself? I think that's certainly a discussion to have with the curators.